Salibonani, welcome to EHR Sport Channel. Sugile ke manje, sugile makhosi, sugile. Asazi ukuthi yozala nkomuni. Asazi ngempela ke ukuthi yozala nkomuni. The Lord is at stake. Sazi ukuthi kuyenzakalani. Inthini nini? Kuzoyenzakalani? Asizwe makhosi inthini. Igame iqala ngo-8 bafethu. Igame iqala ngo-8. What you can do in the meantime, you can just share. Share. Mhlawumbe ngabamba ababili abathathu nje before igame iqala. Ngizwe ukuthi bathini ama-prediction. Or senigive uphile khosi. Number 14 on the lock. Nayi link. Cela bayithiwa bayi-3 nje before igame iqala ngo-8. Funa ukuzwa nje abayithiwa bayi-3. Abayithiwa bayi-3. Tolu usebhentshini akalimalanga. Angithi ngithandi samfuni. Ya, igame iqala ngo-8 baba. Igame iqala ngo-8. Sikhumbuze ukuthi Chiefs izoyina ngo-2-0. It's hard to say anything. Amakhosi is disappointing. Yeah, you can say that again. With the pressure, I personally think the Chiefs will give us something. Something else to give him. Khosi izowina kusho uCasti. I really don't see Chiefs winning this game. Hayi, kunzima. Nakhohle ukusubscribe-ke bafethu. Igame iqala ngo-8. Ubhali says, I'm now losing weight because of Kaizer Chiefs. Hey, ubani ungaluzi weight madoda? Ubani uzophasa cause bonke labantu abakhila pass except uDoli. Abanye abathi uDoli out, abanye bathi uyamdinga, so which is which? 3-2, not sure which is which team will win. Mara kuzoba 3-2. That's a tricky one. Kaizer Chiefs izowina 2-1 akugage. Mapiano movers. SuperSport will beat Sundowns. Oh, SuperSport beat Sundowns, so they definitely have more confidence going to this game. Ama-statistics sometimes awasebenzi. So wena isitruders uyafunga uyagombela ubhuti. I think we will win this one. Hello, Fit channel is okay. How now? Okay, now because it's last time you. I. Saza balet. Kaizer Chiefs straight win. Wathi ngizusihle uthini? Sihle? Sihle? Sihle siyavuya. Though this is the only player on our defense splitting passes. Kuzwakala. It's a Mikosi fan, but I feel that it's gonna make our situation worse, and we'll continue to cry week in and week out. Let's hope for the best, but hey, Super Sport in Zim. Hope for the best. You need to hope for the best. Mara, it's a strong starting lineup. It's a very strong starting lineup, truly speaking. It's a 4-3-3. Yozwakala. And we appreciate it, Proof, for showing us this game. Thank you so much. Chance inyane esithulayo sayisebenzisa. Nabasivala ayikho into esingayenza ke. It's a 3-4-3 for Super Sport. Kuyozwakala. Thanks for streaming my key. Danko King. Ambajaza wagcwala umoya ndoda abakuthi awudelive wagcwala umoya. Yeah, yeah.
For United, that didn't end very well. They lost by 4-0. So Grant Mathaman to get matters underway here. Expect him to play a little bit more of a forward role tonight. On loan here from Mamelodi Sundowns, originally from Ajax Cape Town. And Mr. Vardy gets us underway. 8 o'clock on the dot. Concluding this evening's live action on your World of Champions. Of course, some great results that we've seen earlier today with Golden Arrows thumping Swallows in this competition. Success as well for Chipper United. Second successive win for them. They beat Maruma Gallants. And Stellenbosch with another away point. Sekhukhune United continue to struggle to post a win. They've only won three times this entire year. So, first set piece opportunity. This is something Alpazwani warned his players about, and Supersport United will have strong men up there. Let's see what they can do. It's a little bit low. Dealt with neatly by Mart.
Well, like you said, Mark, that's the area where Supersport can really hurt Kaiser Chiefs. We know the likes of Slatwayo, Ditlokwe, very dangerous in those set plays. And we know from the past that Gavin is somebody that's very meticulous when it comes to those situations. He thoroughly prepares for them, and Kaiser Chiefs need to be careful.
Onismo Basera is the longest serving player, or the oldest player on the pitch here today, and there's certainly a whole pile of veterans. Quite a number of players in their well into their 30s. We think of Bradley Grobler, of course, he's 34 years old. Tulani Kachwayo is 32. Sibong and Klapo, yes, Krobler. Does that go down as a little bit of a sighter from Bradley Krobler?
Yeah, well, he hit it on the volley there, but you can see the intention, that long ball towards Lungu, who just headed it down into the part of Krobler, something that I'm sure they're going to do a lot of tonight.
So first start for Ed Milson, the Mozambican international, who joins Kaizer Chiefs. Free transfer at the beginning of the season. Cape Town City let him go in January, the transfer window. He went back to Mozambique, played a few games there for Songo, the champion club. Also competed for the Mozambican national side in the Chan tournament. Captained them, in fact, and they've qualified for the finals in Algeria. He won't be able to go, though, because now he is a foreign-based player again, Ed Milson. Klanti, Sekhota, here comes Mart. A little more forward for Mart in this particular game, was holding midfielder in previous matches. Now some of the young talent that SuperSport have got. This is the teenager Maseko. He'll be 20 in November. Highly rated by all at the club.
Skillful player, very, very elusive pace. And we've seen in the past, he can deliver those crosses to the likes of Krobler.
Good pressure on Sitebe, but the free kick is conceded. This time by Mbata, the 22-year-old who comes originally from Highlands Park, where he made his top-flight debut. They've lost quite a bit of muscle in that middle, of course. Dean Furman a couple of seasons ago, and then in this last campaign, Tebogo Mokoena going in January to Mamelodi Sundowns, and at the end of the season, Sipho Mbule as well joining Sundowns. This is Ashley Dupree. Sekhota. That's a very disappointing touch. Yusuf Mart was just behind him. Instead, it's been won by Maseko.
Well, in fact, that's been the story of Kaizer Chiefs this season. Those technical blunders, those errors we've seen in the past against Marumo Golans. A lot of possession turnover in midfield. And when you're playing with a high line and you're looking to put the opposition on the front foot, you lose a bit of defensive cover.
Now Maseko, Krobler, onside here. Matkaman drags it back. Anxious moments for Kaizer Chiefs. Now they can stride forward themselves at the pace of Ashley Dupree, who's got a handful of goals so far, but not made much of an impact in the last couple of matches. He'll be looking to turn that. Matkaman. It's a little too strong for Maseko. Let's just have a look at that earlier. No, we're going to just stay with the live action for the moment. Now, let's see what Mark can do. Good, strong challenge on Sekhota there. Just sending out a little message. I'm here.
Well, they know how dangerous Sekhota can be. He's pacey. He's been the star player thus far. And I think this man here, Basera, will use all the experience that he's gained over the years to ensure that Basera doesn't cause problems tonight.
Another stray ball from Chiefs, this time Blom knocking it straight into touch, so possession is turned over. Bashir is wearing the captain's armband these days. They've got lots of leaders in this team. Did Clockware's worn it before. Hlachwayo, of course. Big night in terms of results for Arthur Zwane, one would fancy. He must get something here, otherwise the pressure is going to continue to mount.
Well, you know, you spoke about Blom. Firstly, is he the number 6 that Chiefs are looking for? And when you speak about leadership, who's going to lead the pack for Chiefs?
Maybe some answers to your own questions for them?
I knew you were going to say that. Well, I'm still looking, Mark. You know, they've lost key players in the past, Parker, etc., who are leaders in this team. I suppose, given time, they will find that leader. We can't really say Kune is the leader, because although he's the experienced campaigner, you probably need somebody in the field of play, no disrespect to the keeper, to lead them moving forward.
Keegan Johannes, the 21-year-old on this right-hand side of the defence. Nice flick on there from Krobler, always very strong in the air. Blom got himself out of trouble there, but the pass does not find Dupree. Kunika and Ashley Dupree both moving from Stellenbosch at the end of the last campaign. SuperSport have strengthened their own ranks in the last few days. Global coming across from Orlando Pirates. They've also signed the Namibian goal scorer Benson Sihlongo, who played previously in South African football with Platinum Stars. He's been playing in Egypt for Ismailia for many years. Now joining with SuperSport, soon as his work permit is sorted, he'll be in the mix as well. Makaman, that's fairly easy for Kune to collect. Kune still looking for a first league win in more than 2 seasons in goal for Kaizer Chiefs. The league games he's played so far since his return against Stellenbosch in the MTN 8 was the goalless draw with Amazulu and the 1-1 tie at Royal Bafokeng Sports Palace last Sunday when Marumo Gallants and Chiefs played out a 1-1 tie. Perhaps a fortuitous result that for Kaizer Chiefs, given the evidence that we provided since then on the goal. Now Solomon's plenty of pace about it. Can he get a good cross in? The answer self-evident.
Yeah, once again, they get into good situations, but it's just the quality of the cross that is lacking. And speaking about Kune, I think what he brings to this Kaizer Chiefs is the distribution that he has, the quality he has. And I think that's something that the other players need to tap into, because they get into good situations like we see there with Solomon's. But again, the quality of the cross lacks so much.
Signed from Swallows FC at the end of the last campaign. Solomon's played at Stellenbosch, where he didn't really make much of an impact. Couple of games there before they let him go. Now here's another Stellenbosch man who's got a real afterburner. Good chase from Keegan Johannes. He knows the danger of Ashley Dupree. It's going to be an interesting little tussle between these two young men on this left-hand side of the Kaizer Chiefs attack. Mr. Barty's coming all the way back here just to check on the Menyimana.
He hasn't done very much thus far, and he's already got an injury. He's the player Kaizer Chiefs is going to look towards. But to see him drop as deep as he has makes one think, you know, if he's going to be your number 9, he needs to occupy those 3 defenders that SuperSport have employed.
That was the challenge that led to this throw-in for Kaizer Chiefs, but there was a challenge before that from Tulani Hlachwayo on the Menyimana, which the referee didn't like, and he gave Hlachwayo just a little bit of a talking to.
Well, what was very interesting, and I think the way Johannes made up ground, you know, he's a young player, but he got back. And look at the tackle that he made. Here we see that foul.
This is, yeah, he was late, left the leg in there.
Left the leg in there, very naughty of him. Just maybe giving him a bit of a heads up to say, listen, my man.
Yeah, welcome to the big show here.
Yeah, you're going to get your work cut out tonight.
Good to see Hlachwayo's fortunes swinging back in a positive way. Of course, at Orlando Pirates, he hardly got a look at. Lost his place in the national team. He was the Bafana skipper. Yes, Khota, left-footed strike, going well over the top of Goss's goal.
Ambitious, but you can't blame him if he gets it on target. We'll all be saying what a fantastic goal. He hits it, but he gets underneath it. Technique lacking. He's hit it with the laces, and it was only going to go one direction, which was over the top. Sometimes, Mark, you need to get a bit of shape on that ball, bend it a little bit, and this is what great strikers do. They don't just go for the power. They look for a little bit of accuracy, and that can be the difference.
Now, Makaman gets into a little bit of a sandwich there, but the combination of Edmilson and Sitebe commit the foul, so we will have a free kick here for SuperSport United.
Well, we see Makaman, a player that has grown in leaps and bounds from his time at Ajax, moved on, and look, he's really matured into a very good central midfielder, a huge engine, box-to-box player.
Kune proving there he's got a future in the traffic department when his footballing days are over. Oh, that's a very poor free kick, and that's a double touch by the same player. Makaman and Maseko not on the same wavelength. You'll have to go back to the training ground on that one, coach.
Yeah, well, I think they got it wrong. I think that the intention was to set him up, but I don't think they were on the same page.
I think there'll be fines for that. So on Monday, there'll be maybe an extra lap of the training ground or one or two few more weights in the gym.
Well, you know, you're talking about punishment, and we had kids in the academy the other day who studied the wrong assignment, and it was a laugh. But I think these guys studied the wrong set piece.
Sekota now. Get across, which provides absolutely no opportunity for Kaizer Chiefs.
Yeah, very aimless. I think, you know, a quality team of this stature shouldn't be just hoofing balls in there. We've seen it happening quite often, and I'm sure.
There was the free kick. Markaman went in one direction, the ball in the
other direction. I think something to look back to is saying, I think Arthur needs to look back and say, we get into those areas. What do we need to do to ensure that there's synergy between the provider and the receiver, and the quality of the crosses need to be much better.
Marks in possession down that right-hand side. Clearance from the Klokwe. Blom back to Sekota. Gets away from Blom up to Bradley Krobler. We will wait for a little bit of support. Full of confidence is this young Mbata, along with Maseko. They are really maturing into wonderful players for SuperSport United. Lungu wins the corner kick, and another set-piece opportunity. Danger every time that SuperSport get a corner or a free kick. The first of the game coming up here now.
Well, they're going to keep an eye on Lungu. We know how elusive he can be, and I think Gavin's got Reynolds just in case. He needs him to come on maybe in the second half. So Lungu's going to do everything to impose himself.
It's a high one, and Kune beaten by his own defender there. In fact, Menyimana was the man who got the header in. It's gone all the way back though to Kune. Now, Klanti down this left-hand side. What a great recovery he's made over the last couple of weeks. Back from his Achilles tendon injury that kept him out for some 9 months. Played continuously since first. Now Lungu. Makaman, he's going to try the shot. He's got the goal. SuperSport United are in the lead. Comes off the woodwork, but a cracking shot from Grant Makaman. And it's no less than they deserve, SuperSport, after a quarter of an hour.
Well, Mark, it started with Krobler. Held the ball up brilliantly. Made that pass to Lungu. And Lungu kept his head. There you see it. I think Krobler gets the ball here. Look how well he keeps it up. He turns 2 defenders, plays that champagne pass through. And look at Lungu. He holds it up until the appropriate time. And unfortunately, the defender there didn't get hold of it. Fell fortuitously for Makaman. And he never looked back. Look at the quality of the strike. Laces, far post, goal.
Grant Makaman has only got 1 goal previously in the top flight. That was in the end-of-season playoffs to avoid relegation in the last campaign with Swallows FC. He managed an all-important goal against Cape Town All-Stars. This is his first one in regular league season action, having left Ajax, of course, when they were down in the lower leagues.
Well, the referee said something unbecoming there. I think it's Blom here. Let's look closely at this. He's got his hand, and I think he's just caught Makaman in the face. Don't think the intention was to cause any injury, but he's had his arm flailing.
Sorry, correction to my last. Makaman did score for Ajax when they were up in the PSL the season before they were relegated. and now gets his first for Supersport United, having joined from Swallows at the beginning of this campaign.
Well, Mark, they say it's difficult to play against this man, Kevin Hunt, and after Mahamang had scored, the difficult task just becomes so much more difficult.
No, this is the scoreline that Kaizer Chiefs fans feared, up against their former coach and up against a team who traditionally give them a very hard time. Remember, Chiefs have won one of their last 6 encounters against Supersport United. It's 1-0 in favour of the visitors. The first home goal conceded this season by Amakosi. It goes to Grant Mataman. Is there a quick answer here? Keegan Johannes gets that forward. Bradley Cropper suggesting maybe a little less wild with the clearance. It could have been a good opportunity for him on the transition.
Nothing wrong with the cross from Sekota. It's the runs that the attackers make into the box. They went in a little bit early. One of them should have at least delayed, because that cutback would have reached him. But once again, there's no synergy between provider and receiver.
Johannes is in trouble here. Got sold a little bit of a dummy.
Oh, this is an early goal. Still lots of football to be played. And here we see Dupree using his skill and his pace to get ahead of Johannes. And Johannes there making sure that he doesn't proceed into the goal area of Supersport.
Ricardo Goss has joined from Mamelodi Sundowns. Clanty. Fairly comfortable clearance. This is Sitebe.
The strength of this team, Supersport, is their back three, Slachwayu, Johannes, and Diklokwe. I think they are good both offensively and defensively. And they will deal with any aerial ball played in.
Yeah, Slanty with an early delivery. Bashera clears it away. Up to Maseko, who keeps it in play and will find Krobla here. Was he fouled? The referee says play on. Challenge with Kuinika. Both are going to have their hands full. That's too strong for Bivenyimana.
Well, I suppose the other option could be that Kaizer Chiefs don't just, look to play high balls into the area. Maybe look to play off this man, Caleb, because it seems like every aerial ball they play has been dealt with quite effectively. So maybe Arthur should get his guys just maybe to play to feet and not continuously knock that ball in high.
Well, more frustration for the Burundian. That decision is one that he feels should perhaps have gone his way.
Yeah, well, I don't see a foul there by him. Maybe the referee saw something that we didn't.
Now, let's see what Supersport can do. Looking for a second goal there. High one inside for Krobla. Missed by Kune. That's uncharacteristic from the goalkeeper. And you fancy had Krobla got a little bit of a touch in there. That might have been the second.
Yeah, once again, there's a bit of a confusion between the keeper and his defense. Ball played in. This could have been the second one. Look at this ball played in. Kune comes, but his defender is already there. None of them get to the ball. And Clanty there, going for safety first. You see, Gavin feels they should have done better.
Yeah, that was a really good opportunity for a second. They have the set piece, but Seko to take the corner with the left foot. Curls it in, that's a good ball. Kune's under pressure, they've missed a great chance. That's just gone wide from Chachwayo.
I'm sure you can't believe it, Mark. I mean, that was so close. If you look at this ball being played in here, look at the ball just curving towards Kune. but unfortunately not getting to it. And there we see Tlachuayo getting on the end of it, but unfortunately not able to get it on target.
Kune has not looked proficient in these last two passages of play. SuperSport United looking to double the lead here.
If you look at that particular defensive action, I think the defender, Chiefs defender, went for it as well as Kune. There doesn't seem to be much communication between the defenders, and when that happens, you'll often find two players going for the same ball.
Now Dupria, can he keep this in play? This will fall for B. Menyimana. That gets away from him. And the new player from Burundi is running out of goodwill here with the fans because he really needs to show some early skills. Otherwise, those wrists are going to be turning in that time-honored signal to the bench to make a change.
Well, his first touch was very poor, to say the least. And there he seems to have tried to get back and win back possession, but hasn't had an impact that you'd want from a number 9. If you look at him compared to Grobler on the opposition side, you can clearly see there's a huge difference.
Markaman, Maseko, it's 3 against 1, and Maseko gets away from him. He's on his own. Well, he's run out of space in the end. Needed a bit more in the way of support, a little bit quicker.
You can see what Gavin is saying.
But what a talent.
What a talent. I mean, look at the pace and the skill there. I think he's a player to look out for in the future. But look what he did. He left 2 Kaizer Chiefs defenders for dead.
Midway through the first half here in Soccer City on this Saturday night. Stellenbosch 1, Sekhukhune 1 earlier on. Chipper beating Marumo Gallants by a goal to 0. And victory in emphatic fashion for Arrows over Swallows in the early afternoon game. Tomorrow we have Mamelodi Sundowns against Amazulu. That kicks off at 3 o'clock. Richards Bay against TS Galaxy is at 5:30, both live on your World of Champions.
Now, well, it seems like it wasn't a SuperSport player that fouled Planty there. Well, the referee saw him holding his head and felt that he was fouled.
Dupria wins that.
Klapo, very versatile, can play in the center as well as wide. He can play as a right fullback as well.
Also getting on now, Klapo, 33 years old. Edmilson, to Tlanti, to Sitebe, on the edge of the area now with the Burundian. Easy steal there in the middle of the park, up to Grobler. Now waits for support. That's Lungu giving, or Maseko rather, giving chase. Tlanti, Blom to Edmilson.
Marco, the balance of what we've seen, Caleb could possibly be the first substitute for Kaizer Chiefs.
Tlachuayo. Grobler. Markaman. Nice and busy, Markaman.
Both coaches of Kaizer Chiefs off the bench, they want their players to press SuperSport, not give them enough opportunity to play out of the back.
Zita Quinica at the back, he got the equalizer against Gallants on Sunday. Bit of space here for Solomons. Once again, lots of experience at the back there. This time from the Botswana captain, De Klerk. We're up against Bafana in the next couple of days. Friendly match here at Soccer City for the national side against Botswana. And oh, 3-1-2 for B. Menyimana to make an impact, and he's put it wide. In between the 2 defenders, that was Chiefs' best opportunity so far.
Should have done much better, well positioned. I think Tlachuayo, they're missing the header, and he should have taken that with both hands. I can't see how he managed to miss that ball. Coming in, perfect cross. All he needed to do was directed towards the near post. Mark, you're not going to get many of those.
No, you need to take your chances, particularly new players at Kaizer Chiefs. It's a time-honoured phenomenon at this club that when you are new and you're not really all that well known by the crowd, very important to make a good positive impact early on. Here comes Sekota. That's a free kick.
Just the pace of this man left you understanding. Maybe this is something that they're going to look to capitalize on. Kaizer Chiefs use his pace, and you can see Keegan Johannes tried everything, but just couldn't keep this man back. Fantastic dribble there from Sekota. Look at how well he keeps the ball, keeps it away from the defender. Just that touch, forcing Johannes to foul it.
So this is a wonderful chance now for Kaizer Chiefs. Trailing by a goal. Can they get one back here? This is, that is very, very disappointing.
Absolutely.
Actually, Dupree right over the top of the goal.
Absolutely. I mean, he's leaning back. He's getting under the ball. And I mean, if you look at it, the player there to take it is Clanty. I mean, he's got such an educated left foot. Something that I'm sure they've done at training. Once again, we see not taking the opportunities that fall for them, Kaizer Chiefs. Mark, it just seems to be a bit of a disconnect there, because if you look at the game thus far, Chiefs haven't been all that bad, but it's just in those critical moments in the game where there's a lapse of concentration or a poor technical execution, and it's let them down.
Sitebe has it here. Clanty gets the free kick. There was a little retaliation from Clanty, but Mbata guilty initially.
Nice to see Clanty sportingly patting Mbata. You see he's holding on to Clanty there. Clanty latching out at him.
It's often the retaliation that's much more of a worse offence than the original one, and so Clanty avoiding the referee's book there. Now we have a free kick to SuperSport United. All a little bit stop-start at the moment. Players look to be battling a little bit with the pitch as well.
Well, it's after you could see that 10 minutes, that's going to be a case of the opposition coming at you, and this is where we see Kaizer Chiefs creating one or two chances.
Probla. Early ball inside. It's an excellent one as well, but Lungu unable to get his head onto it.
You see, even though they're leading, Gavin is not happy.
Do the players listen to him, though, because they all seem to be looking elsewhere?
Yeah, they're having a bit of a giggle. They know he's very emotional, he's very passionate.
Quinica. Solomons. Kaizer Chiefs have had a couple of half chances, but let's see if they might be able to set up something a little bit more concrete.
I suppose if they get rid of that erratic play at times, something could be on the cards for them. They need to just settle down, be a bit more relaxed. I suppose the pressure of the current form that they have experienced is having its effect, but they are professionals. They need to deal with it.
There goes Solomons again down the right. Dupria wants a return ball. Solomons been criticised a little bit for his crossing has not been as effective as he's running. And here is Maseko again, looking at opportunity. Krobla in the middle. This falls for Lunga. He's going for the shot. Kuna this time down to collect.
All day long, Lungo, that's Kuna, South Africa's #1, or used to be South Africa's #1. Had it covered all the way.
You're showing your age now, Farouk.
Yeah, well, I suppose Kuna is still playing, what's he now, 31?
Well into his 30s. Rodney Williams will be giving you a call shortly.
Yeah, he's going to have a go at me. Listen, coach, don't you know who's the #1?
Mbata with the effort from long range, that's well over the top.
Very tactical game thus far, Mark. I think Super Sports have shown that when they defend, they can do so effectively. Chiefs have created a few chances, but it's just that final pass that's been lacking.
Maseko. Almost stolen away. In fact, Martin does have possession now. Solomons. Ed Wilson. Referees allow play to continue. Markaman. Krobla. Krobla now on 94 career goals in South African football. 6 more and he reaches that magical 100 club. Maseko, he's been at the heart of everything, the 19-year-old. Markaman gets the shot in and it hits his own man.
Bata's asking questions from Markaman. He was in a good position. Had he seen him and laid it to him, he was in acres of space. He looks up, looks for his second.
Now Sekota, Sitebe, good tackle, and then a good save from Goss. The follow-up is wild from Bimenyimana, misses on another opportunity.
Well, for a striker, he has to do better. I mean, all the work being done there, great build-up play here. We see Sekota running at that defense, looking for a quick combination play, getting the ball, playing a great 1-2 there, and ball dropping perfectly for him the first time. To be fair to him, Khaled took a good shot the first time out, but didn't do justice to the rebound. Look at it coming back out. Keeper is stranded, and he hits it with the outside of the boot.
The first one was on the right, the second on the left. So the left looks to be a little bit the weaker foot for the Burundian. Blom. Down goes Blom, gets the free kick.
Yeah, Blom going for a foot. Yeah, and Tlapo there going with a bit of stud showing over the top.
Wilson gets there ahead of Krobla. Sitebe finds Hlanti. Now Sekota. Left-hand side, they looked good at times, Kaiser Chiefs, and maybe a call there was needed for Bashera.
Yeah, Bashera played the safety there. Didn't get much information from Goss, and he's put it out for the corner.
Kaiser Chiefs with their first corner. It's taken them almost 37 minutes to get there. There's the big target man that they'll be looking to find. Clanty with the left foot. Good curling one, a good strong header away from Satchwine. Another shot from the Chiefs, well off target. There's a need, you would think, from the evidence you've had in the first 37 minutes to spend a bit more time on the training ground working on the basics like shooting.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, technically, they've been poor to say the least. I mean, you feel Sekota doing so much down the left flank, getting in there, getting those diagonal balls. Unfortunately, nobody running or getting on the end of it. So, from a tactical point, questions to be asked, as well as technically. I mean, again, giving away a corner once against their Kwenika, very unnecessary. And you know when you play against, yeah, you know you're playing against a team that's dangerous, Mark. You can't afford to give away those.
Now here comes that corner, curled in, Kune with a punch. Still the danger is alive. It's Lungu trying to work his way back. Bashera holding the fort at the back. Goss bang this forward. Offside against SuperSport United. Several players a little slow in getting back, particularly Lunga. There's Blom. Still going. Little 1-2 with Dupré. That's good defending. Bashera again at the age of 36. Showing what a wonderful footballer he is and has been on the South African circuit. Played for Kaizer Chiefs more than a decade ago now, 2007 to 2009. In fact, he wanted to go to Portsmouth in the Premier League. They had him signed up, and Kaizer Chiefs didn't watch that transfer for him. He ended up playing in the third division in England for a couple of seasons when he could have gone a little bit higher. Water under the bridge now, back to this country and playing for Wits first and then SuperSport.
Well, an absolute professional, always conducting himself admirably, and also a player of note.
Chance for Sekota, that's the goal that the big Burundian was looking for. Bimenyimana, he's made the breakthrough. It comes with 5 minutes to go to half-time. Chiefs are back on the ball.
Well, it's been persevering. At one stage, I would have thought he would be the player that Arthur would look to bring off, but at the right place, at the right time. But it's that man, Sekota. I think a lot credit needs to be given to him. Look at how well he does here.
I've been thinking SuperSport apart on this left-hand side.
Ball played in. Look at the pace here, and he hits it across the face of goal, giving Goss no opportunity whatsoever to deal with, and Caleb in the right place.
Difficult pullback here, Farouk. Not the best of pullbacks of Dupré, and Bimenyimana made a real stout effort to get a foot onto that.
Absolutely not Sekota, but Dupré there using his pace. This man, a lot of pressure off his shoulders now. He's just opened up his scoring.
So 1-1 as we head towards half-time. 5 minutes to the break. Kaizer Chiefs back in it. 2 wins and a draw from their previous 3 home matches so far this season. Frobla. Well, this has always been a little bit of a feisty affair, and particularly for the coaches. The last time Chiefs played against SuperSport, SuperSport were the winners here in April. It was Andre Arendt's first game after he'd taken over from Caetano Tembo, and it turned out to be Stuart Baxter's last game because he was fired after losing to SuperSport.
Well, this has given Chiefs some impetus. For the first 40-odd minutes, they were a little bit at sea, but I suppose this goal is going to give them the needed confidence. We'll have to wait and see what SuperSport have to say about it.
Wilson. Markaman. Now the chase is on for Maseko. Solomons has got pace. Back to Kune. Challenge from Markaman on Mant. He comes away with it. Bimenyimana. Now switching it over onto this left-hand flank for Kaiser Chiefs. Intercepted by Johannes. Dupria. Shanti. Edmilson. Left-footed, of course. Edmilson played as a left-back for Cape Town City, and when Benny McCarthy came, he moved him into centre-back, called him Sergio Ramos.
Benny McCarthy, who's now at Man United. Sergio Ramos. Big shoes to fill, Mark. Yeah, we see the problem there, uprooting Sergio, or should I say, Darby. It's always going to be a challenge when you play with three at the back. If your wing backs don't get back, you can be stretched, which we've seen with that particular goal.
Solomons. We hear from down on the touchline. There'll be a couple of minutes added on when we get to 45. Here come Chiefs again. Bimenyimana showing a little bit of strength up against Machera, who's pretty powerful himself. That's a free kick in favour of Supersport. Feeling a little bit feisty here.
Yeah, he's just basically shielding the ball, a little bit of pressure from Caleb.
So 3 minutes to half time as Goss gets this forward. Sitele's under a bit of pressure. Wilson. Now Kune. Planty, flick on for Sekota, cover from Tlaxwayo. Throw in Kaiser Chiefs. Home side putting the pressure on now as we head towards half time.
They'll want to get the lead, that is Kaiser Chiefs. Mate looking to pass the ball with a heel extension. Remember the heel extension of Mkari?
Amos Mkari, Orlando Pirates. Benoni as well, the Rabbits, played for the Rabbits. Kaiser Chiefs record against Supersport tonight. This is the 78th time these two sides meet in all competitions. Chiefs won the first 7 clashes between these, but Supersport have caught them up over the years. It's now 30 wins for Chiefs, 29 for Supersport. 18 draws. Here is Solomons. Left-footed effort from Mats, taking a deflection, and Goss will deal with that fairly comfortably. Kunika getting ahead of Krobler, keeping a bit more of a starter eye on Bradley Krobler as this game has unfolded.
It's been a bit quiet, Krobler. I suppose the service hasn't been what it should be, and the Chiefs defense have dealt with him effectively.
Driven in here. Edmilson does that calmly. Solomons intercepted by Markaman. Free kick against Supersport United. A little bit of frustration there for Nhlapo.
Nhlapo there, we see him a little bit late there, start showing. Went over the top and Caleb got the brunt of that tackle.
Sekota forced out wide by Johannes. Remember, he's got a booking. gets the better of Sokoto on that occasion. Just a couple of seconds now as we head towards half-time. Chiefs with the equaliser from Caleb Bimenyimana after the earlier goal from Grant Markman. SuperSport United were ahead on 15 minutes. This is Franti with perhaps the last contribution in this first half. Back post opportunity, Mart with the right foot, and it got a little bit of a deflection. Referee says that's it for the half. So your thoughts, Farouk, on the first 45 minutes?
Nazo-ke first half SuperSport United 1 Kaizer Chiefs 1. Eish. Unzima. Nithini emakhaya nansi link. Bangena abantu sizwe ukuthi nibone njani first half. Kunzima. Ake ngizwe nini ukuthi nithini. Sure not they trying. Eish. Cala ababili abathathu nje. All you need to do is just click on this link. It's will direct us straight to where I am. Akukhulumeki. Abantu badlala enye ibhola nje singalazi. Hayi. Sekude phambili. Mbonyani.
Hot money.
Kamba njani?
Yeah, it's not a bad game at all, bro. Just that uyabona thina phambili there. We have to finish our chances. Like if you don't bury those chances, hey, it's gonna be a problem, bro.
Abahlangani ne.
It's gonna be a problem, bro.
Mara kodwa even the chances, there are not so many chances that they've created, man.
Yeah, they are not so many, but the chances that they get, they're supposed to bury them.
But the type of football they're playing, man, when it comes to his style of play, it's boring, to say the least. It's boring. You got the energy, man. I think the about high school.
Uyabona into andithi nabo ingxaki ukuthi like khona manje like they are scared, man. So it's a pressure to them. So at least they want to get that.
What are they scared of? What are they scared of?
Andithi khona manje ba number 12. Sathi ba number 12 andithi.
Who put them on number 12?
Yeah.
Who put them in that position?
Yeah. So like to them,
and these guys are professionals. They get paid to play football. So how can they be scared?
Eish. Hayi into zakhona msawuthi into zakhona ibhola injalo mfethu. But ke bona I have that hope like uyabona nabo bakhona ku equalize. Futhi kusho mababuya lapha sizabona isigulu ezininzi nyana, at least two goals.
Mara Joe, it's not about okay, the results yes they're important, but then how you get those results counter bro, because manje the way they are playing, it's not promising. It's not promising.
Yeah, it's not promising at all. But I think like even them, they will get that momentum. Like it's a pressure from them. You can. We are asked now to play for Kaizer Chiefs is not like you can play for Saulos or Amazulu. It's a big team.
Yep, but you get a huge salary there, so you should.
Yeah, it's a big team.
Deliver.
So
all right, Rugby boy. I just did it before second half.
okay,
Sharp.
and
It's Shakes. Kunjani Shakes?
Hola Smash. Hey, shabu kunjani
Hambani
bhuti wami?
Shakes. Great. Usidonsa kuphi Brian? Wabaleka uShakes. All right. Wanga. These people. Athi.
Grootman.
Fede.
Uyabona Grootman, le ndlela yenza ngayo iKaizer Chiefs mina ngifuna ukuxoka le nto bayenzayo like akungathi kudlala a big team yabona, ayinikezi la energy bekusupposed bayifumana kwi-team elikhulu bra. And enye into yabo, as much as ama-chances acreatwayo amajita mancane kabi, but still bathi mase bewa-creatile bangakhoni ukuwasebenzisa, because if uyabona la ama-mistake enziwa i-BM elimnyama bekungasappose iyawenza lawa mistake as i-striker yabo, because we are expecting a lot from him at this stage uyabona. Manje le ndlela seke zidayisa ngayo mina angikakhoniseki kahle to neza.
Mara lo akwenziwa ukuthi mhlambe khona nakho. I mean it's playing for such a big team and then he needs to prove himself. And we fans, we expect a lot from him. We understand. So I should know kumchusi lo.
Angisakutholi kahle manje, like kuyakhatha.
No, what I'm saying is for him, I mean it's playing for a big team, a new country, and everybody's expecting a lot from you, and then there's a huge pressure that comes with that. Don't you think so?
Ngiyakuthola. But as for iKaizer Chiefs, it's a big team man. La majita awayiyekele lento ayenzayo. Inkulu ya team ayikho lento bafikelisa yona. Ayikho nezi lento bafikelisa yona sibani. Especially
king.
And yabona beng-expect ukuthi since izawudlala ne-SuperSport, yabona beng-expect ukuthi at least kuzoba nala kuzoba ne-fire yabo. Manje le game basibukelisa kulona liyabheda.
True. Ngiyanyiwe ne.
Abazama iplan because i-support abalitholayo kuma-fans li-too much.
Yeah. All right. Athi ngiyabonga bhuti wami. Usidonsa uva ngisakubuza nokuthi ukuphi. Ukuphi nendawo?
Mina yazi ngikufonela ngiseMozambique la ngisesipani ngihleli kwelinye island la kuyafiwa ndoda.
Usespanini?
Ngisesipani
Mozambique.
Yeah, ngiseMozambique
All right. How's the weather that side?
Thank you, bro.
Sharp, John. All right. Banel. All right. Wanga.
So bhuti,
Kunjani bhuti?
yaphila bhuti omkhulu, kwenzani kuwe?
Ngiyaphila. Ukuphi nendawo bhuti wami?
Lapha eCape Good bhuti.
All right. And then so far, how do you see first half?
Ya. Kona xa sinoka abatyhafisa abadlali bayawuphakamisa umdlalo ondijonguqalile ngu-50-50. Kodwa ke ngumlambi wekhosi mna, kodwa ndinako ukuthi iSuperSport iyekelele emva kwegoli. Hayi banike ithuba iChiefs eliTshuti senzama ukhafu. So idlondo kule second half sawubona mntu umehluko omkhulu, noba ke amagingxigingxi esiwabonayo ayawaxolisa lawo, kodwa hayi isazama uxhasa.
Mara, do you see any energy from the team ukukhombisa ukuthi mhlambe second half they can bring something?
ya especially Kaizer Chiefs striker zayo uSikhoto kwesicala lasekhohlo hayi uyancumisa if loo nto bazamqaphela kule South Africa futhi yenza utshintsho lo namhlanje.
Yeah, ne.
ya so
All right, ngiyabonga bhuti wami ne.
ndiyabulela kakhulu bhuti wami.
Thank you. All right, guys, it's easy. If you wanna join us in studio, it's simple. You just need to click on this link. Uzozwa ukuthi nibona njani. Nangubanele. Banele. Banele, I'm sure shine network here. Banele.
Oh, Lanjaya.
Very good, John.
How's it?
Great, butwa msesipanini na.
How's it, Jam?
Great,
Ngubamba live ngise Yeah, uyabona nawe Jaya mesh. Ngubamba live.
Alright. Sikiphani. Nayi likhosi. Super Sport 1, Khosi 1. Oh, I'm sure shy network lapho. Alright, ithi sizwe nanguTinyiko. Tinyiko.
Ula.
Fere kunjani?
Mnandi unjani bhuti wami?
Grand. Uyabonakala uyilalele phela ma igame shothi iyabhora ngempela ngeke ulale so igame idlala.
Hayi ngwe. Yazi yini like if you can check ne ukuthi kwenzakalani ku game I think ukuthi like those are whole new players and then
Yeah.
abantu like I think it's Uplomo or yeah ngimbonayo nje but the whole squad vele are new players. So inkinga ukuthi like we still building and then ukuthi labo players ukuthi ahlangane nje kuzothatha isikhathi. So thina sifuna ama results very quickly but anyway yeah that's what we deserve ukuthi sithola ama results but well angazi just like in a relationship we need to be patient. Yeah.
Maratinyiko, it's their 8th game today.
Yeah, it's like that. I ngeke ithathe i8 games ukuthi sibe fit on what the coach is looking for. It's going to take a little bit of time, but well, singapheli umoya. But the way sidlala ngakhona ngathi akuna plan. So yeah,
so you're asking us to be patient. You're asking us to be patient. I mean, for how long can we be patient, Brian? It's been 7 years with no silverware.
Yeah, but this one is a new team. I need to be challenged. So I'm not like I'm not saying like we for on my side angifuni ukuthi ngithole lama results ngiwatholayo. But I want to win. Ngifuna ukuthola ama trophy also. But ngizoyenza kanjani bijami if ama results also. Awona. So well if singazama ukuthi si change it so we're still going to complain as we were complaining for 7 years. So
but what I'm saying is, yes, we have new players, and Chiefs is not the only team which has got new players. You look at teams like Abo Sundowns, Abo Pirates, they've got new players, but who came in and did well for their team. I mean, their new acquisitions, Abo Nasir, Abo Malende, they've scored more than once. They are gelling well with the team. So we see what seems to be the problem. Because it's not like the whole team is...
Yeah, the thing is like Mopeg Sundowns, by a patch, there where they lack whatever in. But Tina,
Yeah.
it's a whole new, like, we are one of Dupree's, Caleb, Matt, it's see new, but it's Zohlangana. I think maybe if we can give us maybe 2 months or something, but was I think it's gonna be better. But hey, kubuhlungu
All right,
ndoda,
Tigo.
angifuni angifuni kube njalo, but hey, kubuhlungu ndoda.
All right, hayi ngiyakuzwa Tigo. Asibanikeze-ke i-patience lothi sibanikeze yona, but then isikhathi sethu siyaphela nathi hayi ngeke.
Yeah,
Sifuna
yeah.
ama-results baba.
Hey, sifuna ama-results ndoda. Hey, yazini sifuna ama-results. But anyway, let's hope for the best.
All right. Thank you so much, Brian. Kane.
Okay, ke a leboga.
Tanko.
Score a league goal for Chiefs. You might remember the defender Valerie Nahayo, who also came from that small East African country. Edmondson forward now. Kaiser Chiefs getting the second half underway. Ball taken away. And free kick won by Supersport and Bata in the middle of the park. Got the Congolese winger Guili Manziba coming back from a shoulder injury in the next couple of weeks. Supersport United to add to their numbers. Reeve Frosler back on the bench for Kaiser Chiefs tonight. He missed the last couple of games after picking up an injury. And there's the new signing in Knoble, along with Aubrey Ngoma, getting ready, one would presume, for the second half.
Player who showed lots of promise at Maritzburg, then went to Orlando Pirates, didn't really live up to expectations.
And got lost in the pack there, as it were.
Well, Kaiser's Chiefs still have the likes of Dolly on the bench that can come in. And I suppose that's something that the coach may decide to do later on in this particular fixture.
So there's the bench. Ngobo in the middle there was in the lineup against Gallants on the weekend. He was dropped. Edmondson coming in his place. Matoho still to play the season. He spent most of the last campaign out with injury. So here comes Supersport United. Good curling ball, and Kune at the second attempt. Sekota on the chasing. Good first touch. Bashera clears. Lunga. Now Maseko. Maseko again. Well, he's going to go for goal. Kune makes the save. Well, he's a youngster full of confidence, that's for sure.
Good strike there. Kune had it covered. Was dipping all the way.
Bashera hoofs this forward. Makaman's chasing. Punika will clear. Dupree straight at Bashera. Now Makaman again. Crowd of players, but he's not scared to take them on. Little ball inside here, looking for Maseko. Gained a little bit of ground here, Supersport. Early stages of the second half here at Soccer City. Chance for Kaiser Chiefs to move up the log. If things stay as they are now, they'll be in 12th position. Of course, Supersport United were 6th at the start of today's play.
In fact, they started, or should I say, they finished that half very well, Kaiser Chiefs. They will look to do the same.
Now he has a chance for Krobla. A little bit behind him, and the offside flag up against Bradley Krobla. Just to remind you, 10 career goals against Kaiser Chiefs for Krobla. That's his best return against any club. Second on that list, 8 goals against Orlando Pirates. He does like playing against the big boys, and does so successfully.
And you won't bet on him not getting a goal. He's that type of player. He's very elusive. You won't see him for large parts of the game, and then he just springs up in the right space, in the right place. A predator of note.
Problem with the turn. Funky with the last touch. SuperSport United will have the throw in on the far side. Marhaman. And Chapo, he has a look up. Ball to the back post, and no real chance for Bashera. Remember, he got the winner against Maritzburg in their last game, so the appetite is there.
Fantastic goal he scored against Maritzburg. A service from Lungu.
No changes, by the way. SuperSport making 3 coming into this game, or 2 coming into this game, I should say. Kaiser Chiefs making 3 after their last outings. No changes at the half time. Now Goss got to be careful. Dupria looks at options, out wide to Sechota. Keegan Johannes, the defender. Sechota brushed aside rather easily. Johannes forward now. Still going through. No free kick there either. Play on, says the referee. Solomon's in possession. Sitebe in the middle. Sitebe's going to shoot, and Sitebe, not for the first time in this game, is well over the top.
That's one aspect of the game that we've witnessed where Kaiser Chiefs have been lacking, getting into those positions and not hitting the target. They have the pace going forward, but it's just the technical execution when it comes to shooting that is lacking.
When you include the MTN8 quarterfinal against Stellenbosch, which ended in a 1-1 draw, Chiefs advancing on post-match penalties. Then Chiefs are lined. Oh, was there a little push in the back? What's the referee say? Yeah, that's stopped from being a goal, and the penalty's been given. It's the right decision.
Well, it all started with Goss, poor clearance out of defense. Definitely a penalty, push from behind. Yeah, you see that ball not traveling the required distance. Kaiser Chiefs with a quick counter-attack, ball played across. And yes, clearly a penalty. It's a push from behind.
Foul committed by Johannes. Does that mean a second yellow and an early shower for him? Well, is this going to be a last warning here? Bashera is pleading his case, the skipper.
Well, it looks like the referee has made up his mind.
Johannes with the challenge from behind on Mart. Earlier yellow card that he got for a foul on Sechota. And what's the referee saying here? Is that a little for
lot of questions need to be asked as far as a SuperSport is concerned in that build-up phase.
So there's confirmation. Kaiser Chiefs have turned it around here. A goal down after a quarter of an hour. They lead by 2-1. Gavin Hunt is going to make 3 changes. See if he can turn things around. And it's going to include a first appearance in SuperSport colours for Global. But all of that will wait for this corner first. So here comes the set piece. It's a good one too. Kunika with the clearing header. Mutt gets it further forward. And the chase is on here for Klapo to keep it in play. He bangs us straight back into the danger zone, looking for Bradley Krobler. A little flick on here. Tlashwayo stayed up there. Actually, the prayer with a more defensive touch than anything else. Last season, Kaiser Chiefs got 4 penalties in league action, more than any other team.
Well, they've had a few, or should I say, they've had 2. We saw Solomon's missing one in the fixture where they drew. I think they drew against Amazulu. And that could have been a win as well. So, yeah. Caleb taking that penalty ever so well.
Well, they've moved this game around in the past, both of these clubs. This fixture, I should say. We've seen SuperSport United host this game at Bombela Stadium and at Peter Makaba. Kaiser Chiefs took this fixture, the home fixture against SuperSport, down to Cape Town in 2016. You'll remember a controversial deal that they had with the City Council there to play a few of their home games in Cape Town. They beat SuperSport 2-1 at the Cape Town Stadium 2016. They've also hosted this game, Chiefs at Moses Mabhida, when they've been the hosts, and at Bombela Stadium.
Well, their away record this season hasn't been good. Their home record has been good. If they get all 3 points, it will be the 3rd victory at home. So maybe the Calabash is a good omen for Kaiser Chiefs.
Still plenty of football ahead of us, though. Just over 30 minutes remain.
Yeah, still lots of football.
Curled inside here, headed away from Mutt to Priya, who's looking for a counter-attack opportunity. Klapo blocked by Sitebe. Here is Bimenyimana. How things have changed for him with 2 goals already in this game. Needs a bit of support. Finds Sitebe. Sitebe gets the free kick. There's lots of talking now in the ranks there of SuperSport United. Bata giving the free kick away with that trailing leg.
Clearly a foul there. Late tackle on Sitebe. Got him there on the foot. And Chiefs in a very promising position now to increase this scoreline.
Now they're going to be able to make those changes, SuperSport, or they're going to wait for the set piece. I think they'll hold on. Claudio Goss actually started his career in Durban with the Montfort Golden Arrows. Spent a long time on the bench learning his trade. Good season with Bidvest Vis, won a cap for South Africa as well. Now, Dupriya. Clanty will take it with the left foot. He'll put it wide of goal. Deflection on the way, says the referee. Corner to Kaiser Chiefs.
Clanty doing ever so well. The wall stood the test of time and blocked it out for a corner. Clanty, educated left foot.
It's been all Kaiser Chiefs in the second half. 15 minutes played so far. Chance to add another. Hlanti curls it in. Strong header away by Tlachwayo. Sitebe losing out. Now the counter attack from Supersport. Held up by Lungu. Krobler is in the middle. Maseko there as well. Mart. Johannes, very lucky to still be on the park. So an hour of football has elapsed here at Soccer City, another 30 to go. It's been an interesting Saturday on your World of Champions. Hlanti. Klokwe. Solomon's battling away with Maseko. Two very quick players. Oh, Maseko's done so well. He hasn't. It's a foul. I was about to say he's done so well to track him back.
Yeah, you know, to keep up with the likes of Solomon's takes a lot. He's very quick, kept going, but you can see there he's holding on to Solomon's, and clearly a pull there from.
So here come the changes. Jamie Webber's in there, and Globo as well, standing by to come on for Supersport United. They've also got Simagnoni. Jamie Webber replacing Markaman, who's certainly faded away in this second half. That'll be like for like. Simagnoni joins from the University of Pretoria. He's made 2 starts and 3 sub-appearances since signing. He's going up front. Scorer of 5 goals in the last campaign for Amatux. And now Ndlovu, of course, signed just a couple of days ago from Orlando Pirates. Sibetshile Ndlovu without any game time for Orlando Pirates this season. He started only 2 games in the last campaign. So he'll be keen to make his mark for Supersport United and certainly get some regular football. Reprise that bright career that he had at Maritzburg United. He left them in 2018 to join, 2019 rather, to join Orlando Pirates. But at the Buccaneers, not enough playing time in the 4 seasons he was there, 3 and a bit seasons. Gavin Hunt's record against his old clubs not been a good one for him. He's won just 1 of his last 12 matches against clubs that he's previously managed. 5 draws and 6 losses. He doesn't have a very good record against Kaizer Chiefs either, I can add. 29 defeats, 13 wins, 14 draws. His first game as a coach against Kaizer Chiefs was in charge of 7 Stars, the Cape club. Dylan Shepherd scored for 7 Stars in what was a 2-1 home loss. Dylan Shepherd playing under Gavin Hunt when Hunt had his first season in the top flight as a coach.
Yeah, Dylan, a very promising young player at the School of Excellence. I remember when he got there in 1994, Tim Garrett Omshaw and a few other players that eventually made it. Showed lots of promise. In fact, he started as a striker. Neil said to me he's a striker, and we didn't have a left fullback, and he was slotted in at left back. Never looked back, always played on the left.
Yeah, wonderful career for Dylan Shepherd. You'll remember some time in Russia as well, and Mamelodi Sundowns. Started his coaching at Bidvest Wits. Gavin Hunt brought him up to the first team. Mart over the top. Dupree with pace. Dupree. Oh, there's a chance, an inadvertent chance, one might add, at the back post there for Sekota. But Dupree was going for goals himself.
Well, Dupree holds up the ball very well. He looks at Sekota, he looks across, tries to find him on the far post, but unable to do so. Just the pass didn't reach him, but the intention was brilliant.
You think that was a pass?
I think it was a pass. He looked across. I think if he had taken a shot, he would have looked to hit it towards the goal, and that was clearly a ball that he was looking to find Sekhotan. Promising attack, Mark Gleason. Unfortunately, didn't mature into a goal.
Sekhota. Marks. Chiefs. Marks looking out wide, yeah, to catch Solomons. These changes now for Governor. They've got to start working. Take some of the pressure off. Away by Thatchwayo. Glover's first touch, looking for Weber. Sibagnoni, the three subs all combining together. This is better stuff. Maseko. Maseko continues. Takes a bit of a deflection there, or a rather large deflection. Blom.
Keeps up the ball very well. Maseko, you're going one-on-one with Atlanti. Atlanti getting a touch, but not enough. And that deflection there, taking the ball out for the throw-in.
For a better screen resolution, please go to your settings and adjust.
Yeah, he shows a lot of enterprise. He's
He's
got that confidence to run at you, which is always difficult for defenders. They don't enjoy players running at them, and he's got a tendency to do that.
Just a reminder of the goals. It was SuperSport United who went into the lead after 15 minutes.
Brilliant strike there from Mahaman. And then this particular goal here, look at Dupree across the face, always difficult to defend against. And that man, Caleb.
This is live action now. And Global, Mashera. There comes that left-footed cross. Back post looking for Weber. Last touch of Flanty. He'll take the throw in. Now can Thatchwayo bang this in? High ball, in goes Sibagnoni, but out comes Kude to collect comfortably. Dupree. Bimenyimana. That's a great pass, looking for Sekhota.
Well, it's something that they must have discussed at halftime. You see Sekhota making those diagonal runs. We've seen now Caleb looking at getting the ball to him, and earlier on we saw Dupree as well. Possibly something that they have worked on at halftime, saying, look, we need to play more balls in behind this back three. Great pass there. Look at the quality of that pass from Caleb. Just didn't get his timing right.
Last one at this stadium was a convincing 3-0 triumph over Maritzburg last month. Looked very convincing here in the second half, Kaiser Chiefs. This has also increased their goal tally, Chiefs. They came into this game with just 5 goals. Only TS Galaxy had scored less, 3. But now Chiefs are up to 7. So Dylan Shepherd and Keegan Dolly, who will be coming on. So Cole Alexander is also standing by to come on. Just add a bit of muscle into that middle there.
Yeah, some fresh legs and some experience there from Dolly and Alexandra, just to dominate that midfield and ensure that they get all 3 points.
Just over 20 minutes remain here at Soccer City. Kaiser Chiefs looking for a home victory and some big progress up the log standings. Good chance to have a look at the live log as things stand at the moment in the DStv Premiership, exactly where the two teams would be if the match was to end with a 2-1 result in favour of Kaizer Chiefs. Get to that in a moment or two. Long range shot, so that's gone over from Solomons. Chiefs were down in 2015 against SuperSport United, came back to win that game 4-1, so there is precedent in the past for them trailing and then winning the game.
Yeah, well, it seems like history repeating itself. If it stays like this, promising strike there from Solomons.
So 20 minutes to go, as we promised you the live log. Chiefs will bounce up to 9th place if they can hold on to victory here. It'll push them up to 11 points. Above Stellenbosch, who drew earlier today at Sekhukhune. Above Cape Town City, who started the season quite poorly, but are fighting their way back. And then top half of the log will be basically just behind SuperSport United on goals. Chipper United in the mix as well after a second successive win. Balls out of play here. Just allow some treatment to, it looks like the big Burundian is the player who's down.
Yeah, it looks like he signaled that he wants to come off.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to want to go off the field. He's waiting for the stretcher. Yeah, we see the subs, Mark.
So a reminder of the contribution of Bonfils Caleb Bimenyimana from Burundi. First start in a Kaizer Chiefs jersey after 2 sub-appearances. Scored the equaliser just before half-time and then the penalty in the second half, the 54th minute, to put Kaizer Chiefs in the lead. So Cole Alexander on, Keegan Dolly on. Let's see how these two changes are going to pan out. 2 positive changes. Sitebe departs. And we've seen Bimenyimana already signal that his race is run in this particular game. Challenge in there from Sibanyoni. Now it's gone out wide. Maseko. Charge on the overlap here. Back to Maseko. Jobo. Mashera getting it forward. Anywhere will do as Ed Nielsen clears that. Touch from Dupria. Dolly in support. Dolly says, I'll have that. Mart. Dupria. Now Solomons. Break, of course, for Kaizer Chiefs and all the other clubs with international football coming up this coming week. And Chiefs' next game against Amazulu in the MTN8.
Dupree looking to get in behind the clock where Chiefs have really imposed themselves in the second half. He's worried about the time there, the keeper, Goss. Feels there's time wasting on the side of Kaiser Chiefs. They need to manage the clock.
Well, another set piece. Another chance for Tranti with that left foot of his. Well, two SuperSport players getting in each other's way. Shatshwayo and the Clockway, and as a result, we'll have another corner here.
Lack of communication there, and almost setting up the third goal.
Well, we'll get some news from Bimenyimana in the meantime. This is Kaiser Chiefs looking for a third. Well, that's not cleared, so let's see what Keegan Dolly can set up. Too strong for Sekota then. Now, down the right-hand side here, all of a sudden comes SuperSport and at pace with Maseko. Good challenge from Blom. Marked. Look at the pace here. Dupria, out comes Goss. He saw the danger.
Great goalkeeping there from Goss.
There's certainly been a pickup in tempo and pace over the last couple of minutes now.
That's going to be the case with remaining minutes. SuperSport is going to look to get that equalizer. But this is a fantastic ball played out of defense, and Goss coming to the rescue there. Ikokwe beaten for pace from Dupree. It looks like he's just tweaked something in the process.
So one more change here for SuperSport United. Gavin Hunt's throwing it all in now. Brings the big man Gabuza on. Off goes Maseko. No, apologies, Maseko. No, looks like Maseko. Yes, Maseko is going off, making it rather slow departure.
Well, it only spells that they're going to go long more often now. Look to go wide, get the ball to Gabuza and Grobler there and cause some problems.
Ikram Raiders just checking if Ikram Raiders, yeah, he's on as well. Bimenyimana has a calf injury, we hear. Time's running out for SuperSport now. Gavin Hunt's made all these changes.
Gavin going for broke now. Experience there from Klanti, just slowing things down.
Ricardo Goss to deliver the goal kick. Gabuza. Shibanyoni. Weber dispossessed. Dupre to Dolly. Well, the idea was good. Execution let him down, but Dolly's come back to win Brazil. Oh, that's a foul on Solomons. Yellow card for Ndlobo.
Ndlobo there, a little bit mischievous. Solomon's winning the ball, and look what he does. he just holds it back there.
Solomon's still limping away after the incident. Fell quite heavily. Now Edmilson. Alexander. Lion's share of the possession for Chiefs in the second half. Edmilson threatening to give it away there under pressure from Gabuza. Not been any real indication in the second half from SuperSport United that they are capable of fighting their way back.
Well, it doesn't seem like they've created many chances, or if any. I mean, in the second half, they've just been lukewarm. Started like a house on fire, but they've just fizzled out. Didn't get the service to the likes of Frobler. And when you don't get a service to your number 9, then your chances of scoring are limited. Chiefs, on the other hand, made use of the mistakes that SuperSport made at moments and punished them when it mattered.
Goal kick here. We are in the final 10 minutes of proceedings at Soccer City on this Saturday night. Amazulu Mamelodi Sundowns tomorrow, 3 p.m. on your World of Champions. Richards Bay against TS Galaxy follows at 5:30. Then, unfortunately, we are into the international break. No football for a couple of weeks. No domestic football, I should say. Plenty of international stuff. And back with the MTN 8 on the first weekend of October. Sundowns and Pirates, Amazulu and Chiefs. SuperSport, of course, knocked out of that competition by Mamelodi Sundowns in the quarterfinal stage. They will be up against Royal AM in their next match on the 4th of October, which is a home game for them. Miscue there by Edmilson. Gabuza, he has a chance for SuperSport to pull one back. They've got the corner.
Kune fuming. Mistake there could have cost them, but good recovery there from Atlanti. Excellent defense. Swift tackle that he's made there.
Weber will take the set piece. They've got their numbers for here. SuperSport United. Kune gets taken out. There's a punch from him, and he will look the time as well with all his experience in Tumane Kune.
Guys, have they replaced Caleb? Who came in for
Certainly did
Caleb?
feel it here. Kune got clattered into.
Yeah, he got clattered in there and felt the brunt of that particular tackle. Does so well just to get a punch to it.
Sibagnoni taking him out. This works perfectly for Kaiser Chiefs. Just winds down the clock.
The distribution has been excellent. 2 brilliant saves.
Kune will be on course now for his first league win since the season before last. Remember, in the last campaign, didn't play any league games. In the 2020-21 campaign, Kaiser Chiefs did not win in the last 9 games that Kune played. In fact, his last winning game was April 2021. That victory over Mamelodi Sundowns away from home, the only real high point of Gavin Hunt's stay at the club. Victory at Loftus, you will remember the own goal from Lebusa, and then Dumisani Zuma with the winner after Savino had scored early for Mamelodi Sundowns. That's the last time Kune was on the winning side in a league match. Taking their time about this, and well, they might, given they're in the lead, and it's up to SuperSport to grab what's left of this game by the scruff of the neck. Good curling ball in there from Dolly. Nice catch from Goss. Now, here they come. Men in blue. Have they got an answer? Tlachwayo there with the Clockway. Kept in play by Bashera. Early ball up front. Back to goal. Is there a free kick here? Referee says yes. This is an excellent opportunity as Reyners is brought down on the edge of the area by Edmilson.
Well,
what a chance for an equalizer.
Brilliant opportunity here. If they can just get it on target. Dobe there, no business doing what he's done. There's no danger whatsoever, and he's got his arms out onto Reyners, and the referee positioned very well. Well, this is a very good opportunity, Mark. Its clock is running down. It's got less than 4 minutes. It's going to take something special to beat this man.
Free kick is in a very good opportunity or a very good position. Weber, Reyners, Gabuza in there. Tlachwayo is a council of war, as it were, discussing what they're going to do. I think Jamie Weber's got the responsibility. Big opportunity for him here to see if he can bring SuperSport back into this game. Reyners as well, and Global 2. Maybe one of them. So here's the chance for SuperSport. Weber, oh, that's poor.
That's poor.
That's very, very poor.
You can see the expression on Gavin's face.
Not scored since the 3-2 loss against Golden Arrows in the beginning of April.
That was nowhere near the goal.
Well, that's the golden chance gone for SuperSport United here in the second half. Gavin Hunt's losing record against Kaiser Chiefs will be extended. We'll have to look forward to the next one. Next game for him, as we mentioned, at home on the 4th of October. He's 920th as a coach in the top flight of South African football. Some record. Lungu with a cross. Another free set piece here, courtesy of Edmilson.
Yeah, a little bit of panicking defending from Edmilson there. They need to keep their cool. It's not much time on the clock.
Understandably, SuperSport United moving all the big men forward. Here comes the corner. Floated high. Chance. It's bobbing around. It needed a big clearance. It came from Yusuf Martz. Back in from Nhlapo. Cut out by Martz. Now Keegan Dolly up against Lungu. Dolly continues. Can he lay it back here for Dupree? Very good tackle. The Clockway with a challenge. Flanty. Alexander. Well, if they can hold on to possession, Kaiser Chiefs, the job will be done. Keep SuperSport away from their danger zone. 4 minutes to be added on though, so we've got exactly 5 left in this game. And we've got big men up front. Kabuza's come on, Reyners has come on. This is a chance here for Reyners! It got away from him. First touch. Such a prolific scorer at Stellenbosch when they won promotion.
Weber there whipping the ball in. And Reyners just wasn't ready for that pass. Great ball whipped in there, and Reyners not able to get a good first touch.
That's his reaction. His frustration, Ikram Reyners. The no reaction as well off the bench from Gavin Hunt. Back with the live action. Free kick for Supersport United. They want to take it quickly. Referee says hold on. Mark will try and buy a bit of time here for himself and his teammates. Referee says let's get on with the game. So we're into stoppage time. Got to get this forward. Everybody into the Kaiser Chiefs half. All or nothing now for Supersport. Square ball across here, collected by Kune. He'll take his time.
Ball played over the top there. Lungu getting on the end of it. Straight into the hands of Kune. Kune had it covered all day long.
Blom almost dispossessed. That's Supersport's attack analysis. The vast majority through the middle and not much difference between the left and the right-hand side of attack.
They'll always look to get down the middle. They've had Grobler there. Gabuza's come on.
This is Chiefs attack analysis. More down the left, not surprisingly, with Sekota. Now Weber. Another good ball needed. Edmilson! Oh, my word. He's making a tough afternoon or a tough evening, I should say, for Itumeleng Kune.
Well, that's a duplicate of the one earlier where he just slashed off his boot, and this time around it was close.
So another set piece, another chance for an equalizer. Can they snatch something here in the closing stages? Here it comes for Supersport. Just gone over the top. No corner.
He can't believe his luck.
Clockway with a touch there.
We said they were dangerous. Got up, but was unable to keep it down.
There is still time. Watch those hamstrings. Around about 90 seconds remain. Chase is on here for Dupree. Goss will come out. Goss will clear, not very far. Mart has an open goal to aim for. He's well off target. The idea was a good one.
Well, not much time left. It's do or die for Supersport, but I think Kaiser Chiefs have done enough.
Edmilson stays down. Kune kicks that into touch. We will have some treatment here. Kaiser Chiefs looking to bring Mator on just to wind down the clock here in the closing stages. Move down Mator.
Gabuza, Nielsen. Seems like he's taking a bit of a knock.
So is it March who's going off?
Well, I think this is going to be the shortest time Mator has ever played.
Well, this is his first bit of action this season. Mark stays on. I think Edmilson is the player taken off. Mator is not on just yet. Yeah, it looks as if it's Edmilson, the number 2 Edmilson, 3 Matoho. And Matoho will come on for, on the clock, would be just a couple of seconds. And he's going to rush back into defense here. Tower. Seconds away, Kaiser Chiefs. Supersport need to get this into the danger zone. Bashera whips it in. Weber in with a header. That's gone over the top. And I think the referee's decided that's that. So Kaiser Chiefs win at home again. Down.
Nazo-ke. Mshoba khululekile abantu. Mshoba khululekile abantu. Thank you to all those who have subscribed on the channel. Ukuthi channel ikhule. Sibonge lapho. Tako Tinewo. Tako Tinewo. Bonge na ku Victorious MT. Elias, don't share your link. They will report. No, that link is not for Ilokuzan. It's for you guys to come in and join me on studio. This link is ukuthi nibone njani again. Please click on this link, guys. Ngizukuthi nithini makhosi, ngizukuthi nithini. Sibonge Brian. Kababa. Ikhosi lijabulile. Mindlozi, ubitso waka. Uthini bitso waka. At last we did it. Hey Mara, yo. Bro, you only broadcast Kaizer Chiefs games. Cha baba, depend ukuthi i-chance ngithola nini, angithi ngiyaspana nami. So bengispana today. Bengize ngilethele iStellenbosch nesikhukhune. Can you imagine idatha engaka for isikhukhune nelokuzayo? And anyway, Kaizer Chiefs is the biggest team. And I get so many viewers when I broadcast Kaizer Chiefs, unlike other teams. Longest effect, you can go to my channel and check how many viewers have I got on the games where Chiefs is playing compared to other teams. The second team that I got more viewers was from Orlando Pirates. The third one is Mamelodi Sundowns. So it's all about the numbers, guys. It's not about which team I support. Yes, I'm a Kaizer Chiefs supporter, but it's all about the numbers. It's all about the numbers. Oh, Kodu Bongs. The Bongs.
Sure, Brian.
Usifihleleni or ushaya load shedding. Yeah, Bongs.
Sure, Brian. Yeah, ngiyakuzwa Brian.
Vala lapho ku YouTube bese concentrate lana khona ungekuzithola i-feedback. Balekile. Abafuna ukungijoyina nansi link. It's simple, just click on this link. I think Nkosi yangihleka sikhukhuna yadura amadata yadura ngempela yo. Sihla rale buha abutu kubonga mina. Tikhosa liphela umoya. Danko Khosi lijabulile. Friday says my prayer comes through. I wanted to see Bonfield getting goal early in the PSL to boost his confidence. Let's hope uzo deliver going forward. Angathembile kuma penalty nje kuphela. Khosi says Galebuha smash. Bonga mina tata. Galebuha. We really appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much. Thank you, Smash. Nyabonga Sindi. Thanks, bro, for bringing us this game. It's my pleasure. Romeo, I can see you on the background, but you haven't connected your device. Just connect your microphone as well as your camera. Same thing applies to Banele on the background. I've got two people in the background, but they're not connected their devices. Thanks, Kosi, all the way from Masere Lesotho. Banele. Hey, ubanele kambuse Spanini, network yamshaya. So Banele.
Hola, well deserved by Kaizer Chiefs.
It's not deserved, Brian. It's not. Oh, ipakashushu.
Well deserved, bro.
Yeah, usespanini shiny.
Well deserved, bro.
Ngiyakuzwa.
Ekuseni, bro. Ekuseni ngo-6 Nkabi.
Ngiyeza lapho.
Hayi, yadeserve, bro wami chi.
Wow, uthi bayadeserve.
Ayadeserve, bro. Ayadeserve, bro wami.
Alright.
Ngilibhakabhaka mna mara hayi. Ngila eBelfast, bro wami. eMpumalanga.
Ukade lapha eBelfast ngizotshontsha lapha.
Emayini, bro wami. Emayini Nkabi yami.
Alright. Ngiyabonga for tuning in.
Yeah, but
So subscribe-ile Mosa.
ngiyabonga Nkabi yami. Mina noma kanjani Nkabi yami, mina ngilibhakabhaka mara hayi Chiefs yadeserve, bro wami.
Izohlangana mina nawe.
Idlalile.
Izohlangana kulokhuzana ku Black Label. Izohlangana.
Ana kanjani? Intombi ngiyayithela.
Hey, ngiyakusaba.
Hey. Hayi, ngihlangene mina ngiyathela induku.
Hayi iyadibana. Alright, bafethu. Before I close off, ngicela ababili abathathu abafuna ukungijoyina la studio. Simple, just click on this link. And you click on this link. Laba bangaka-subscribe ngiyacela, please do subscribe. Please. It's for free. Costing even 10 cent. Uklikha nje that red button uthi pa bese uthi i-bell for notification ukuthi every time when you go live. I'm actually laughing at that comment ukuthi I only bring in Kaizer Chiefs games. It's not about bringing in Kaizer Chiefs games, as I said. It's about the numbers. Ukuthi bangaka abantu abaviewer, because I mean ngeke ngi live stream ngizobukela umuntu oyi-1. Waste data lo. Ufisto that at least the Chiefs didn't disappoint me on my bet. Uwinile Nkabi yami. Share phela. How? Anna Klaba says, I'm watching from Athens in Greece. Thank you so much for the live broadcast. It's my pleasure. There in Greece. Unomaf athi Danko Smash Boy, Kosi for life. Siyabonga Nomaf. TK says, I've subscribed long time ago. I so wish abaningi bazo-subscribe to the channel. Ukuthi channel ikhule. Friday Sfunza says, we are watching from Eswatini. Bomnaka. Friday ngiyeza lapho ngizolanda lezi zinto lezi. Eswatini, ezweni lezwal. Titako Grotman, let's grow the channel together. Indeed, Katleho, we need to. Unogwanda says, we really appreciate you, bro. I also do appreciate you guys. Ngaphandle kwenu angeke ngikhona vele uku live stream. It's all about you guys, because I mean abanye abantu they are at work, so they don't have access to the game. Abanye they don't have access to a DStv, and sometimes njengale game namhlanje uthola ukuthi some errors affectwa i-load shedding. So this is why we bring the games to you guys. It's all about you. Nangumzu. Abuthi.
least the Chiefs didn't disappoint me on my bets. Uwinile nkabi yami. Share.
Vale YouTube lapho Mzu bese uconcentrate lana futhi. Mzu.
Ole?
Fere kunjani?
Says I'm watching from Athens. Thank you so much for the live broadcast. It's my pleasure. They agrees.
Vala YouTube uconcentrate. Vale YouTube lapho uconcentrate la.
Okay, seku-grand.
Ya ngiyakuzwa ke manje ugrand wena.
Ya ngimnandi wena unjani lapha fethu?
Ngigrand ukuphi nendawo?
Ngise-Eastern Cape eFort Beaufort.
Alright, ngiyakubona uncumile tata, uncumile ujabulile.
Ngijabulile mfowethu, ngijabulile mfowethu. Kodwa nje okudingakalayo ukuthi sibe consistent yabo ukuthi i-Chiefs ifike iwina namhlanje, next game siyadliwa siyadraw, so asikho consistent yabo. Igame esiyi-1 masiyiwina ngathi siwina icup yabo, ngathi besinga-pick up nje from le win le yabo.
Yeah, and the players bathi nikhuluma too much nina Kaizer Chiefs fans, ningawina nyana nje igame eyi-1 ngibona ukuthi senithatha i-league.
Yeah, ile inkinga ye-Chiefs nanokuthi nje amajita lawa ngicabanga ukuthi nje eswini ikunesikhala esikhulu esivulekile laphana, bebengazama ukuthi nje ibhola balinokhe babe comfortable ebholeni, because after equalizile bese silidlala lona, kodwa i-direction asikayitholi kahle kahle ukuthi sidlala sithona isitayela, kodwa nje siwinile ukuwina, siyabonga lokho, but at least mesingawina the next 5 games mhlawumbe kulandelana, ngicabanga ukuthi bangayibamba lento yabo.
Alright, so wena usasena ihope ku-Atazwana?
Ngizothini? Ngizoke ngithi yabona i-Chiefs ngizothi inkinga kwi-Chiefs inkulu, inkinga kwi-Chiefs is not ko-coach, but angazi ngayikhomba ngithi yiphi, but because uyafika ucoach ofikayo kuhluleke, but I think njengamanje abadlali uma bengabuyele nje i-confidence bayithembe badlale, because onke amanye ama-team banabadlali abawu-11. I just think ilapha phakathi nje egroundini like ilunge khona kakhulu, because abadlali bakhona ukudlala basekuthi nje ba-understandane naphambili ukuthi-ke bakwazi ukukora kakhulu, yabona.
But then kunalenye issue le about kunalenye issue le yama-salaries. Don't you think maybe now it plays a huge role kwi-performance yama-players ukuthi you will find this player earning so much 10 times the other player? Don't you think it affects other players?
Yeah, that might have an impact, but ukuza kwi-Chiefs, I think it should up your game as a player, but ne pressure corner, I understand local, but when you are there, I think that's when you should push a lot yabona nje for ama-cups and so forth nani ukhohlwe ezinye izinto, but just give it your all, because ocoach bafikile bahamba, ngafika ngisho upitso ngathi uyafika upitso namhlanje uyothola ukuthi kuyinkinga, ngoba ngisho ukuthi inkinga I think ilapha phakathi egroundini manje. We just need into encane nje eshodayo, and then yabuya i-Chiefs.
Bashota that thing. Uthi bashota that thing ne.
Bashoda nje ngento encane nje, because bashoda nje ngento encane, because igame eyi-1 bayayiwina, next game it's either so drawer or so lose, yabo. So i-consistent nje esiyidinga kahle kahle.
Alright. I was laughing at this other.
Yabona ucoach njengamanje le game le angathi next game usefaka ischeme esisha, yabo, akabuyisele sona ischeme lesi bezojwayelana, yabo.
Yeah.
And
then what did you think of this guy uCaleb Ineminyama?
Into engiyibukile uCaleb, yabo, ngathi umuntu alright in the box, because outside yabona ezephuma nje akekho mnandi egijimeni nebhola, yabo, but umuntu akathi nje angaba seboxini, yabo nto le, because me gijima nebhola usheshawe basheshe belithatha ibhola. So I think right in phakathi umuntu azothola umdlali ozokwazi ukumdlalisa yabona into leyo because uyi-striker but it needs someone who will be able to ukuthi amdlalise into engiyibukile enye yakhe I think in the ekuhedeni because khona le chance ayitholile yokuheda engibonile ngathi imi-exposile ukuthi umephi in terms of i-aerial ball I think mengasebenza lapho angayibamba.
Mara kodwa ngithi phela we are running away from that aeroplane football because we took away abo Nakovic because we didn't want to play that aerial football. So I think it's good if azoba nandi enyaweni than ekhanda. Not saying ukuthi akumelanga akwazi ukuheada but then I think mangaba more strong like on the feet. That's what we want. Asafuna indaba zama aeroplane football thina manje.
Yeah, because mawukhuluma kanjalo and bengibuka first half uhlande belilahla kakhulu ibhola lokho eshaya ama long ball yabona and abadlali bethu they are too short but they are too short and indlela esidlala ngayo asikwazi ukuhlanganisa those simple passes siye phambili yabona.
Sure bro. Mangibonga kakhulu ke lapho Mzune.
Thank you baba.
Usubscribe la kithi? Oh, balekile. Moyani.
Danko 3 points, Danko Kosi.
Mara you don't seem happy the way you sleeping. Ngathi nje vele bosomningile nje ukuthi hawu Kosi.
It is that. Ndikutshelile foka baba. Mina benifuna 3 points nje. Ukuthi nidlale njani?
Awunandaba nentini.
Ayinandaba 3 points nje.
Yeah, but then did you witness any change come second half?
I told you one thing ane. Uyazi into esilekayo ne. Sitinga I think Arthur should play with 2 strikers.
Yeah.
If he can get like I just wish like they can negotiate with Sundowns regarding Erasmus.
Kevin Erasmus.
Yeah, if sekamthola nje.
Mara, you know very well that Sundowns will never sell that player to Chiefs because really they are scared of the competition. They would rather sell him to another team than to Kaizer Chiefs.
But and in 20 we are like other teams without Kaizer Chiefs. So if maybe they can allow him, I think many teams are going to die. We are going to kill that.
Yeah, we can see because I mean we cannot rely on one person because njengamanje Caleb is injured. So
you
what
see?
now? Because we cannot regard Ulokuzana or Dupree as an out-and-out striker. We understand.
Yeah, uDuplessis yena acho no. uDuplessis yena ufuna umuntu azomnika like that spice uyabo.
Yeah, and Kevin Erasmus mfana vele basingamthola yo. Nami I so wish we can get that guy because he's skillful, une pace
uyabo.
Like yeah, and when it comes to scoring more goals, he's like
yonke into boa.
All right.
So I
but
just
then,
wish that
going forward. All right.
Yeah, going forward into endifunayo nje like uzwana ufuneka ukuthi ayikela abafana badlale nje like abanike isikhathi ukuthi badlale uyabo angafaki lona akhiphe lona afake lona akhiphe hayi man.
Maragiti he's trying out the combinations.
But if like now this was the I can say the best combination.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, this was the best combination because Jonga defense for defense was solid. Uyabo. Labantu babe penetrate easily.
Mara, will he be able to sustain Leo momentum at Atazwan? Because personally, I don't see Atazwan as that coach with the tactics when things go better and adjust from plan A to plan B. I mean, we've got quality players, ne?
Yeah.
It's just that the tactics, man. Because even now, yes, we won, but then it's not convincing, I must say. It's not.
Yeah, it's true, bro. Chonga let's game like the first game. I think late game maybe Sidlala ni Marisbeck ne. it was nice football. Even the game basically ne Sundowns, it was a nice football. But when we look regarding the results, there was no results. So what I can take from there, sometimes even if you play nice ball, it's not like possible for you to get the results. If you play this one that we say it's not a good ball, but they come with the results. So Sisauti.
Mara, having mentioned that game in Sundowns, I think that was the best performance thus far for Kaizer Chiefs. And if they maintained the performance, I mean, like coming to this game, I mean, ngabe sikude kakhulu. Irregardless of the results, because I mean, for you to get the results, you need to play good football. I mean, I mean, jabula fuqamba mama. It's what we call a fluke win. All right,
Askisi but funeka ukuthi uvuye. Just be happy with that 3 points, then we'll see.
I mean, I would never, bro. I mean, I'm Tandy Bola. Never. Because I mean, you know why you show so? Because you will going forward. It means angeke ube sure ukuthi ngempela. Because if you play nice football, good football, you become a threat to even other teams. Understand? Because they know ukuthi you're gonna be facing a Kaizer Chiefs. So that alone gives you ilokuzana power.
But let's face the reality. Like now, and we don't have a striker.
Why don't you buy a striker?
It's what I'm asking. No, the management was supposed to like make sure that even if they said Erasmus Sundowns they need 20 million, they're supposed to buy. They don't have any option.
But it's supposed to be others on this call to say, you know what, I want this and this.
No,
he's the head coach.
Who has one bam dons and fuck about? I cannot see. Which one get Chiefs in jam? If ever they buy players, coach doesn't have a say.
That's the reason why again, most of us we want a person like Upito Musimano, because Upito Musimano will tell you, if you hire me, I bring my own technical team and I buy my own players, and then I will produce the results. If I don't produce the results, then you can hold me accountable. We need somebody who's like that. No, just because.
Hence Chiefs the management they don't like that kind of the coach. Bafuna apho bakutshela khona ukuthi sizokuthengela ubani nobani wena kufuneka ubone ukuthi uyenza njani fokaba.
But kwesinye isikhathi ne singamane siblame na management ye-Chiefs, because what I've noticed ukuthi most of the Chiefs they don't wanna like sell players to Kaizer Chiefs. Look at this recent player or move to Sundowns, ubani Mashiko. That guy was yes, the Chiefs made him fool. And that guy from Cape Town City said no. I'd rather sell
I've heard that. I have heard that rumors. Even like today, I was reading the story about Nange. Seems like super sport, but they deny with Mbule. Yeah.
Kodwa kunzima ngoba phela singamane siyiblame na i-Chiefs management sithi abafuna ukukhipha imali. It's not about that. I've noticed ukuthi it's only Stellenbosch and Morocco Swallows who are willing to negotiate with the Chiefs when it comes to my players. Other teams, look at the guy they just made Mfuna from Golden Arrows. Banu is it Pulemodi or something?
Pulemodi. Yes.
And even the guy wants to play for Chiefs, but
for Chiefs,
Golden Arrows block that. We understand. Because they know if you can get all the players that you want.
We
are going to Kanela Nasir, do Sundowns. That player was discovered by Kaizer Chiefs. He was supposed to be signed by Kaizer Chiefs.
Okay, and you can see what like if Chiefs body targeted any player, if it can go like kulama news, Sundowns they make sure that they hijack Chiefs.
Can they maybe do it the other way? Ukuthi bangabe mhlawumbe basa mention who they are targeting, because obviously from Kumbule, Nasiri,
Yeah,
baningi,
yeah.
even
I think
this guy. Chiefs mentioned
yeah, I
ukuthi
think
bayamfuna, yeah. And then the next thing.
yeah, I think they supposed to change that strategy because yeah, if they mention any player, I Sundowns iyathatha. And Sundowns
But
inemali.
how do they know which Chiefs is looking for such a player? Is it something that is leaked inside Kaizer Chiefs or what?
I'm not quite sure, but media, definitely the media is the one that like I think maybe they have more information. Maybe can be someone inside or maybe they can't like mostly it's the media. I can say like that.
Yeah. And I mean, Vele Kaizer Chiefs player is a big team now, so
Yeah, it's
everything
a
that
big
happens. I
team.
mean, for you to sell a news, you need Kaizer Chiefs.
You see,
Yeah, one.
mm.
Yeah. All right, ngiyabonga Mbuyane ne.
Ngiyabonga for
Sesobonana in the next live broadcast. Ngizwile bayakhala bathi lo muntu lo silethile ama-game e-Chiefs kuphela abanye ama-game akawalate. And I do bring other team amanye ama-game. Like
amanye amagame.
Sundowns is playing ne?
Yeah, Santos
Tomorrow.
is playing tomorrow.
Idlala nani kusasa? Let me just
Idlala nento Amazulu.
okay,
I'm
let
not
me
quite
just
sure. I will. Negatious bit.
let it just be. Let me see.
Yeah,
Okay, so
Amazulu.
idlala namaZulu, yeah.
Yeah, Amazulu. Yeah.
Yeah, at 3 o'clock. And then the Pirates yona ayidlali kusasa. No. Okay. So tomorrow we have Santos versus Amazulu. It's gonna be an exciting
Amazulu.
one.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
an exciting. Difuni Amazulu 33 points nje.
It's not
33
easy.
points.
Sundowns, it's not easy. And yabona njengamanje seyiqhwakele, they are on top of the log. And to take them down, you need to dig deep in your pockets.
It's not easy, but like I just wish anything is possible, bro. But 33 points nje.
Yeah, and I'm so happy with at least now we have the big teams on the top 8, like Sundowns and Pirates number 2. And I must say, Pirates, I'm very much impressed with the way they are playing
Yeah,
now
Pirates
under a new coach.
yeah, bona badlala nje. Bayadlala.
Yeah. All right.
Bayadlala still. And uyabona like i-team zishana ngama 2 points, 3 points. Like if you messed up, another team will go up. You see.
Yeah, that's how the league is supposed to be, man. Hayi lento ukuthi oloku usadonswa i-team eyi-1 njalo ngathi badlala babodwa. Hayi.
Yabo. Hence I'm saying
Kanti baya
like
the other team.
tomorrow Amazulu should get that 3 points, then sizovuya nathi.
Kodwa yafana Sundowns ungayisusa kayi-1 esihlalweni phezulu. The next time they come back.
Yeah, they come back. But this mnandi manjalo. Kusho ukuthi like i-league bona like this season asoze basitshele but yeah, siwinile league. Hayi. Anything can happen.
Yeah, it's competitive this time around.
Yeah,
If
anything can
teams
happen.
like Kaizer Chiefs can pull up their socks, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Bukwame.
Oh, lada. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. I think let's call it a night because I don't see anyone on the background. Here's the link. If you can beg 1 or 2 before I close. And please don't forget to follow us on Facebook, EHL Sport Channel. You follow and like and share our page. That's where we get to update you with everything that is happening on the world of soccer. Unarege Mboyane says, "Tak." Oh, we bengikhuluma naye boss. We need Erasmus as ASAP. Dove will destroy us. Abantu abayi-30 who are watching, but not even a single one ofuna uklikha in this link avalelise nyana. If there is no one, I think let's call it a night. Alright, bafethu izawubonana.